everybody, my name is Odefel and today we are going to be talking about some contacts. So today we are going to actually be talking about like my dream pair of contacts. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but like years ago when I first started cosplaying, I did a lot of World of Warcraft stuff, mostly like blood elves and such, and these are my dream contacts for doing a blood elf. And you'll see what I mean by that when I pop up some pictures over here, but lo and behold, years later I would go on to do Starfire, and finally I pulled the trigger on buying these awesome contacts. So let's get into what they are, why they are, and where they are from. So these contacts are green Scleras that come from Samhain Contacts. Now, Samhain Contacts hand paints all of their lenses, so they're all custom made or custom makeable, depending on the style you need, as well as custom sized. They have you send in all of your eye measurements, especially for Scleras. That's incredibly important for Scleras. And then they go from there. So since mine are the Starfire style, that means that they are an all green Sclera. My iris part is a little bit darker green, but for the most part, they are and it's really, really cool, and I want to answer some questions just about them later on in the video after we talk about the lenses themselves. As I said, Samhain Lenses does custom lenses, whether or not that is in color or prescription or what have you, but they also have weighted lenses. I believe it's called Tory lenses. If you have like cat eye or goat eye or some type of fancy pupil that you don't want to spin around or get crooked throughout the day, which is really, really cool because I see a lot of people struggle to keep their cat eye lenses vertical, and it's like my nightmare whenever I get cat eye lenses, so I'm probably going to end up going to him and getting some toric lenses so I'm not like this. So what all can I use these lenses for? Well, I think I might end up doing my first Planeswalker costume at some point and doing a Nissa. This opens the door for me to also finally revisit a lot of my World of Warcraft costumes because this gives me kind of a big motivation surge to revisit some of my old armor builds and some of my old elf builds, as well as the obvious answer of Starfire, which is who I got them for. So this is how they arrived to me in the mail. They have their cute own little box, and then on top we have some care tips and a business card, as well as a cool Samhain Contacts sticker. Can't wait to find a cool place to put mine. And then we've got two little bubble wrapped bundles here. One has the contacts in the case, and the other has the other container for the contacts. So here's our little freebie case that we get, and here is one of the lenses in its own little vial. On the side here you can see the details, the prescription, etc. And then this one has our other lens inside of it. Voila! Now, some common questions that I get are, how can you see out of these? And I can see better than I expected, but not very great. If you've ever had mesh lenses, it's not quite like that. Like mesh lenses, it's really hard to see, but you can tell you're looking through mesh. These actually don't have any mesh at all. So looking through it is kind of like you're looking through a very, very dense fog. Now, sometimes light can blind you and make it harder to see, so I've noticed, like if I'm filming TikToks or something, I usually have to set everything up, then turn my light on, film, turn my light off to be able to review. But other things, like looking at my phone, I can see my phone perfectly clear. I think the backlit screen helps a lot. I can read everything. I can make out people's faces, just a little bit hazy and blurry. I would say it definitely is a harder lens to look out of, but you're not going to be completely blind. I actually had a better experience seeing out of these than I have out of the mesh lenses. Now, movement. A lot of people have also asked me about movement. Does the iris move with my eye? Yes, and I can show some clips from like TikToks and stuff, or maybe just a clip of me wearing them up close in this video right here. So that way you can see they do track with my eye extremely well. Every now and then, if I extremely look to one side, you will see a little bit of my white eye exposed. But overall, they are actually fantastic at staying on my eye and tracking with my eye and such. People also ask me on care tips. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of care tips because if you order from Samhain Contacts, they actually send you a little like card thing with all the information on proper care tips, but generally speaking, you're going to want to change the solution daily. I suggest trying to find one of the vertical canisters that are usually for doing the hydrogen peroxide. Even if you don't do the hydrogen peroxide, this allows you to see the fluid level to make sure your contacts aren't drying out. Just be careful if you're getting Scleras to make sure it's the proper size so you're not absolutely crunching your contacts. But that's just a personal thing for me. It kind of reminds me to refill the fluid. But they come in a default normal contact case, so if you get that, just remember, change the solution. These contacts will last a very, very long time if you take care of them properly. How long can I wear these? I don't actually remember if he has a suggested wear time on his website, and if he does, definitely refer to that and don't be me. But the longest I've worn them is about 6 or 7 hours for an all-day photo shoot that I did where we were shooting and we were making TikToks and we did a live stream. So that was a very, very long day. My eyes didn't feel irritated or dried out, but I was definitely getting fatigued from wearing them, almost like how you get fatigued from wearing a wig. As well as I was just ready to experience color again, because since these lenses are covering my pupil, everything was a yellowish haze for 7 hours. And I could insert a clip of me taking them out and experiencing color again for the first time.
Oh, that was weird to watch come out.
Everything's so blue! Okay. This one's been in since the live stream.
Stop.
Yeah, because I added this one later.
Take it out. Your poor eyes. There you go.
Those are...
Yeah.
I thought those were like warm lights.
No. Nope. Bright white. Daylight.
Everything's blue. You're really blue. Because it was kind of humorous. I have friends who do costumes, like whether or not it's like Cyclops with a red visor or what have you. But if you've ever deprived yourself of color for that long, it is a really weird sensation. But I would say overall, after wearing them for that long, my eyes weren't dry, they didn't hurt, I was comfy still, so I would say like you could probably wear them that long. It might not be the greatest for your eyes though, so I suggest short wear use for these lenses because it does cover your entire eye, so just heed eye safety when wearing these lenses. The other question I get is how to put in scleras, and I'm still learning, so I don't know if I will end up splicing in a clip of me doing it or not, and if I do, it'll be here. So here is the lens. As you can see, it's very, very large. It will cup your whole eye. Let's see if I pick it up very gently. You can kind of see the design where it becomes a little less opaque to cover your eyeball. We were going to attempt to put these in. So here we go. So what I do is I usually scoop the top of my eye up, and then I hold this. My eye is watery. Like I said, I'm not used to putting these in yet, but I'm getting there. That was pretty quick. I suggest looking up a YouTube tutorial specifically on that. There's a lot of ways to do it, but there are wonderful people that do full tutorials and know much better than I do on how to put those in. Generally speaking, I find that if I can get it pushed up in, I just need to pull this eye down to get my bottom lid to wrap over the contact, and then I'm fine. I struggle more getting the bottom of my eye around the sclera than I do getting it up in. It also is a very weird sensation shoving the lens in for the first time because it's so much bigger than a regular contact. So just be prepared for that as well. But for the sake of this video, I think it's actually kind of cool seeing the difference in my eyes. So I think I'm just going to talk about them a little bit with one in instead of both in. These are extremely comfy once you get them in. It's a little bit tricky, and then at first, for the first like couple seconds, it is a weird sensation because something's covering your eye. But overall, I think these are super cool. So the part covering my iris is a little more translucent than the part covering the white of my eye, and that allows me to see out of it. And like I was saying, it's like a fog. I can clearly see out of my eye. It's just a little bit challenging and a little bit foggy. Things are actually yellow tones. It's kind of honestly just like wearing yellow sunglasses. It's not that obtrusive at all. I didn't really miss much while wearing them. Is very comfortable and you get used to them very quickly. And actually, I feel like vision gets better the longer that you're in them because you adjust. But I will say, I did not know how much I missed color until I took them out and experienced color for the first time after like 6 hours. So I guess now I will show you how to take out a Sclera lens. And there might be better ways to do this. Again, I will preface, I am new to Scleras, but here's how it works for me. I usually kind of look up and then I pinch and then I pull. Whoop. Almost slipped out of my fingers, but we got it. But just like that, you saw how quick and easy that was, and we are back to being our normal eyes, just like that. I am excited to try out some more of their styles, and if you guys like this video, maybe I will make videos when I get some more of their contacts as well. But overall, I'm extremely pleased with these. Like I said, they were extremely comfortable. Like, I know when I wear some other, like, different circle lenses and stuff for cosplay, my eyes get really, really dry after, like, 2 hours. But these were extremely comfortable. The biggest thing for me was the impaired vision, which came down to the style that I picked. So yeah, I'm very impressed with their company. I like that they're all hand painted. I think that's really, really cool. Well, I want to say thank you guys again so much for watching. I've been getting lots of questions about these lenses, so I hope I was able to answer a couple of them, all of them, some of them, hopefully not none of them. If you liked this video, please like it. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. It means the world to me. And click the little notification bell so you can see every single time that I post. Thank you guys again. Until next time, bye.